is something happening behind the scenes of your life that you cannot fully see yet. While you've been questioning your worth, while you've been wondering why love felt delayed, while you've been crying in silence asking God, when will someone truly choose me? Heaven has been preparing a connection so powerful that even your past pain could not destroy it. Chosen one, hear this carefully. Someone is desperately waiting to marry you, not just date you, not just admire you from a distance, not just play games with your emotions. This person sees your soul before they see your appearance. They recognize your spirit before they recognize your name. And even though you may not know who they are yet, your energy has already touched their life in ways you cannot imagine. That is why lately you've been feeling strange shifts in your spirit. That is why old relationships have been falling apart. That is why certain people suddenly disappeared. That is why God blocked connect. Ions you begged him to save. Because what is coming cannot enter your life mixed with confusion. Listen to me carefully, chosen one. The person God has prepared for you is not looking for perfection. They are looking for truth, and your truth carries a rare kind of light. You survived betrayal without becoming bitter. You survived abandonment without losing your ability to love. You survived seasons where nobody checked on you, nobody believed in you, nobody stayed beside you. And still, your heart remained soft. That is rare. Most people become cold after pain. Most people become selfish after heartbreak. Most people stop believing after disappointment. But you didn't. And somewhere in this world, someone has been praying for a person exactly like you. They may not know your face yet, but spiritually, they feel you coming. They've cried the same tears. They've survived the same loneliness. They've asked God the same question you've been asking. Where is my person? And H even keeps whispering, wait, they are closer than you think. Chosen one, this message is not about fantasy. It is about divine timing. Some relationships are built by emotions, but some are orchestrated by destiny. And when destiny moves, nothing can stop it. You must understand. The delay was never punishment. God was protecting both of you from meeting too early. Because if they met you before your healing, you would have pushed them away. If you met them before their growth, they would not have valued you. If your paths crossed before the appointed season, the connection would have collapsed under the weight of immaturity. So heaven waited. And now, something is changing. You can feel it. The loneliness doesn't feel permanent anymore. The waiting doesn't feel empty anymore. Your spirit keeps sensing that somebody important is getting closer. That feeling is not random. Someone is desperately waiting to marry you, and they have been fighting spiritual battles just to remain. Ahyu. Yes, chosen one. While you were fighting your own silent wars, they were fighting theirs too. Both of you were being prepared separately for one divine collision. Because real kingdom connections are not built casually. They are built through transformation. And when this person enters your life, you will notice something immediately. Peace, not confusion, not anxiety, not emotional games, not manipulation. Peace. For the first time, love will not feel like survival. It will feel safe. And that may scare you at first, because people who are used to chaos often struggle to trust calmness. People who were raised around inconsistency often think stability is boring. People who were hurt deeply sometimes mistake healthy love for lack of passion. But this connection will teach you something powerful. Real love does not drain your spirit. Real love restores it. This person will not compete with your purpose. They will protect it. They will not mock your dreams. They were. Ill water them. They will not make you beg for basic respect. They will naturally give it. Why? Because they were sent, not forced. Chosen one, somebody has already imagined building a future with you without even realizing it's you. They've imagined the conversations, the late-night prayers together, the peaceful home, the loyalty, the emotional safety, the deep understanding. And the reason this message is reaching you now is because your spirit needed confirmation. You are not forgotten in love. Let that sink in. You are not too old. You are not too damaged. You are not too late. You are not too complicated. You are not too broken to be loved correctly. In fact, everything you survived increased your value, because the right person does not fear your scars. They honor the strength it took for you to survive them. And listen carefully. The enemy tried to convince you that you would always end up alone because isolation weakens faith. But God is about to prove that every painful goodbye was making room for the right hello. The wrong people were lessons. The right person will feel like alignment. You won't have to force conversations. You won't have to chase clarity. You won't have to beg for consistency. Everything will flow differently, and suddenly, all the waiting will make sense. Chosen one, there is also something else you need to hear. This person is not just attracted to your beauty. They are attracted to your spirit, your resilience, your wisdom, your gentleness, your loyalty, your depth. You carry something rare in this generation: authenticity. And in a world full of temporary connections, authentic souls become unforgettable. That is why someone is desperately waiting to marry you. Not because you are perfect, but because your soul feels like home. And some of you listening to this have already crossed paths with this person without realizing it. Yes, maybe it was brief. Maybe timing separated you. Maybe distance interrupted the things. Maybe fear got in the way. Maybe both of you were still healing. But the connection never fully disappeared. Because divine connections have a strange way of returning when both souls are finally ready. Chosen one, stop doubting your future because of your past. Your past relationships were not predictions. They were preparations. You had to learn discernment. You had to learn boundaries. You had to learn self-worth. You had to stop settling for bare minimum love disguised as effort. And now you are entering a season where your standards match your destiny. That changes everything. Because when a chosen one finally knows their value, they stop entertaining people who only come to waste their energy. And that is exactly why God had to isolate you for a season. Isolation was not abandonment. It was training. God was teaching you how to hear Him clearly before sending someone into your life permanently. Because the next relationship is not meant to distract you from your calling. It is meant to strengthen it. Imagine that. A relationship where both people pray for each other instead of secretly competing. A relationship where healing replaces trauma. A relationship where honesty replaces manipulation. A relationship where love feels spiritually aligned. That is what is being prepared. And chosen one, the person waiting for you is becoming restless. They feel the shift too. They may not say it out loud, but deep inside they know. Something important is coming into my life. That feeling is connected to you. Right now, heaven is arranging conversations, timing, opportunities, locations, and divine encounters that will eventually place both of you face to face. And when it happens, your soul will recognize what your eyes cannot explain. Because some people enter your life and create noise. Others enter your life and create peace. This one will feel like peace, not perfection. Peace. And peace is one of the clearest signs of God. Choose. SN1. Stop fearing that love skipped you. Your story is unfolding differently because your assignment is different. Some people rush into relationships to avoid loneliness. But God made you wait because your connection carries purpose. And purpose-driven love requires preparation. That is why every counterfeit relationship had to collapse. That is why every toxic attachment had to break. That is why every emotionally unavailable person had to leave. They could not accompany you into your next season. The person waiting to marry you is not sent to break your heart. They are sent to help protect it. But you must remain open. Do not let old pain make you reject future blessings. Do not punish new people for wounds caused by old ones. Do not build walls so high that destiny cannot enter. Healing matters. And I believe many of you are entering the final stage of emotional healing right now. That heaviness you felt for years, it is lifting. That fear of abandonment, it is weak. That belief that nobody would truly choose you, it is dying, because your spirit is preparing to receive something real. Chosen one, someone is desperately waiting to marry you and they have been asking God for a sign about you. And maybe this message is the sign for both of you. So continue becoming the best version of yourself. Continue healing. Continue protecting your peace. Continue trusting divine timing, because love is not delayed forever. And one day very soon, the prayers of two separated souls will finally meet in the same reality. When that moment comes, you will realize something powerful. God was never saying no. He was saying, "Not yet. I'm preparing both of you for something sacred." Sparkles and chosen one, this is where the message becomes even deeper. Because the person waiting for you is not only waiting with excitement, they are waiting with fear too. Fear of being hurt again. Fear of trusting the wrong person. Fear of opening their heart only to water. Someone leave. Just like you. Do you see how connected your journeys have been? While you were learning how to survive heartbreak, they were learning too. While you were rebuilding yourself in silence, they were rebuilding too. While you were praying for clarity at night, they were praying for answers somewhere else in the world. Two souls. Two separate storms. One divine destination. That is why you must stop believing the lie that your waiting season is meaningless. Nothing about your journey has been random. Every disappointment taught you discernment. Every betrayal taught you wisdom. Every lonely season taught you dependence on God instead of dependence on people. And now you carry emotional maturity that many people never develop. That maturity is becoming magnetic. Chosen one, your energy is changing. People can feel it. Even strangers notice something different about you lately. There is a quiet confidence growing inside your spirit. Not arrogance, not ego. Peace. The kind of peace that comes after surviving battles nobody knew you were fighting. And the person meant for you will recognize that strength immediately. They will not be intimidated by your growth. They will admire it, because they know what pain looks like too. This is not a shallow connection being prepared. This is soul recognition. The kind of connection where conversations feel natural from the beginning. The kind of connection where silence does not feel awkward. The kind of connection where both people feel emotionally safe enough to be real. No masks, no pretending, no manipulation. Just truth. And chosen one, truth is becoming rare in this generation. People are exhausted from fake love, exhausted from temporary attention, exhausted from situationships that never become commitment, exhausted from emotional games disguised as romance. That is why your future connection will feel refreshing. Neither of you will want to play games anymore. Both of you are tired. Confusion. You want loyalty. They want loyalty. You want honesty. Honesty. You want peace. They want peace. And heaven has been watching two hearts slowly become ready for the same thing. But listen carefully. Before this union happens, there may still be one final test, a final distraction, a final counterfeit, a final person trying to enter your life before destiny arrives. Why? Because whenever something valuable is close, distractions increase. The enemy always tries to send confusion before clarity, temporary pleasure before permanent purpose, imitation before authenticity. That is why discernment matters now more than ever. Do not allow loneliness to make decisions for you. Some of you are entertaining people who already showed you they cannot love you correctly. Some of you keep revisiting doors that God already closed. Some of you are accepting crumbs because you fear having nothing. But chosen one, you were never created to beg for love, the right person. Will not make you question your value every day. The right person will not disappear whenever things become serious. The right person will not force you to compete for basic effort. The person waiting to marry you has already decided in their spirit that when they find real love, they will protect it, and they will see you as an answered prayer. Imagine that for a moment. After years of disappointment, someone finally looks at you with certainty, not confusion, not mixed signals. Certainty. That kind of love changes people, because many chosen ones have spent their entire lives being misunderstood. People admired your strength but ignored your pain. People benefited from your kindness but rarely poured back into you. People loved what you did for them but failed to truly see you. But the connection coming into your life will feel different. This person will notice the small things, the sadness behind your smile, the exhaustion behind your independence, the tenderness behind your strength, and instead of taking advantage of your soft heart, they will protect it carefully. Chosen one, I also need you to understand something powerful. Marriage is not just romance. It is alignment. Two people walking in the same direction spiritually. Two people building instead of destroying. Two people helping each other become greater versions of themselves. And the reason your waiting season felt so long is because heaven was preparing a kingdom partnership, not just emotional excitement. There is a difference. Excitement fades quickly. Alignment lasts. That is why toxic relationships often begin intensely but collapse suddenly. They are built on emotion without foundation. But what God builds slowly lasts deeply, and your future relationship is being built with depth. This person will not only love your presence, they will respect your purpose. They will encourage your dreams when you feel discouraged. They will remind you who you are during moments of self-doubt. They will pray for you when life becomes heavy. They will stand beside you during spiritual warfare instead of abandoning you when things get difficult. That kind of love is rare, and rare things take time. Chosen one, some of you listening to this have already cried over the delay so many times. You watched other people get engaged. You watched others build families. You watched people who treated love carelessly receive relationships while you remained alone. And secretly you wondered, God, what about me? But heaven says, You were never skipped, you were being protected. Because not every relationship that looks successful is healthy. Not every marriage is peaceful. Not every connection is aligned. Some people settle because they fear solitude. But chosen ones are often separated for a season because God refuses to let them attach permanently to the wrong person. Your delay carried protection. Remember that. If God removed someone from your life, there was a reason. If certain connections collapsed unexpectedly, there was a reason. If people walked away after promising forever, there was a reason. Not everyone deserves access to your future, and now your spirit is becoming wiser. You no longer chase people the same way. You no longer ignore red flags the same way. You no longer sacrifice your peace just to keep somebody around. That growth matters. Because the version of you receiving this blessing must be emotionally prepared to sustain it. Chosen one, let me tell you something that your spirit needs to hear tonight. You are deeply lovable. Not because of your appearance, not because of your money, not because of your achievements. You are lovable because your soul carries light. You carry compassion in a cruel world. You carry loyalty in a dishonest world. You carry depth in a shallow generation. And somewhere, someone has been desperately searching for exactly that. The connection forming around your life is not accidental. Ental. Even now, invisible doors are opening. Divine timing is moving. Unexpected meetings are approaching. Conversations are being arranged. Paths are aligning silently. You may think nothing is happening, but heaven is always working behind the scenes. And one day you will look back and realize, every delay, every heartbreak, every lonely night, every painful goodbye was guiding you toward the right person. Chosen one, do not lose hope now. You are closer than you think. The loneliness that once consumed you is beginning to expire. The emotional heaviness is beginning to lift. The fear that nobody would truly choose you is beginning to break, because your spirit already senses change. And when this person finally arrives, something inside you will become calm. Not anxious, not fearful. Calm. Your soul will feel recognized. For the first time, you will not feel like you must perform to receive love. You will not feel pressured to become someone else. You will not feel INLE unsafe. You will feel accepted. And that acceptance will heal wounds you stopped talking about years ago. Chosen one, someone is desperately waiting to marry you, and they have no idea that you are their future peace. Yes, your voice will calm storms inside them. Your presence will bring emotional rest. Your loyalty will restore their faith in love again, just as they will help heal parts of you too. This is not one-sided healing. This is mutual restoration. Two people helping each other recover from seasons that almost destroyed them. And because of that, the bond will become powerful. Not perfect, but powerful. Because relationships built after healing carry a different kind of gratitude. Both people understand loss. Both people understand pain. Both people understand how rare genuine love truly is, so they protect it carefully. Chosen one, the season ahead is not about chasing love. It is about attracting alignment. Continue becoming whole. Continue protecting your energy. Continue walking with faith even when you cannot see the full picture yet, because what is meant for you is already moving toward you. And no delay, no distance, no confusion, no spiritual attack, no counterfeit relationship, and no past heartbreak can stop what heaven has already written for your future. The person desperately waiting to marry you is getting closer every single day. And when the moment finally arrives, you will understand why nothing else ever worked before. Ring sparkles.